What's going on? It's your boy My Cunningham, and in this video I'm going to be talking about 5 reasons why you can't keep the girls you really like. Now, the first reason why you can't keep the girls that you really like is because you don't really like her. And what I mean by that is you just met this girl, you find her attractive, and you might be infatuated or you might be smitten by her looks, right? You might feel like she's your type because of the way she looks physically, but you don't really like her. You understand? And I'm gonna go through some other reasons that kind of explain this even more. But the bottom line is you feel an emotional high off of your initial interaction with her because she's attractive, because she's your type physically, because you're pedestalizing her beauty. You understand? But you don't really like her. Because logically, how can you like a girl that you don't really know? You know how she looks and you know that she was friendly when she said hello, but how do you really know that you like her? Liking someone, understanding their personality, understanding if you're compatible, it takes time. You understand? You know, in the first day that you meet her, even in the first week, couple of weeks that you meet her, you don't really know if you like her, right? You're just infatuated by her looks. You're just smitten by her physical beauty. You understand? So you have to understand that the truth is you don't really like her. The second reason why you can't keep the girls that you really like is that your initial attraction comes off as needy. You understand? Here's the thing with women. Women like to know that you have the ability to attract other women. Women want men that other women want. So when you see her and you think she's pretty, you think she's awesome, you think she's cute, you think she's wifey, you think all of these things, it comes off as needy because she sees that you're putting a lot of value on her as a person unnecessarily. And you doing that makes you seem needy because you just met me. Right? If you're a young guy, you're single, you're doing, I mean, you don't have to be young, but if you're a guy, you're out doing your thing, you go out and you see different women, and you should, in her mind, she's thinking, well, this guy should be talking to at least a couple of girls. He should have at least a couple of girls in his phone. So why is he so pressed on me? Why is he so needy in regards to me? Why is he so excited and overzealous when it comes to me? You understand? So you have to know how to, even if you like a woman, even if you think she's really attractive, even if you're, very impressed by her looks, you still have to know how to not come off as needy or thirsty. You understand? You still have to be able to play it cool. You still have to understand that she's just a human being. You still have to understand that when she takes a shit, it stinks just like everybody else. You still have to gauge your excitement because you don't want to come off as needy. You don't want to come off as thirsty. When somebody comes off as needy or thirsty or desperate, what it says to the opposite sex is that there is something lacking in your life. You understand? And you don't want to give that impression. You always want to give the impression that, hey, I met you, you're cool, and let's see where this goes. When you start, oh my God, you're so beautiful, I really like you, it's like, take it easy, buddy, slow down. You get what I'm saying? So that's number 2. The third reason why you can't keep girls that you really like is because your infatuation makes you switch your game up. So what do I mean by this? There are a lot of guys who they behave a certain way based on the level of attraction, right? Because you have a lot of guys who believe in the scale of 1 to 10 or the sexual market value and all of that type of stuff, right? So what they do is that they say, hey, if I attract a girl who is an 8, 9, or 10, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna treat her this way. But if I attract a girl who's just a 5, 6, or 7, I'm gonna do this. You understand? And I'm just not gonna talk to any girl who's below a 4, bro, like, cause blah blah blah. Okay, now it's cool to have your preferences. It's cool to want to attract and talk and interact with women that you find attractive. That's perfectly understandable. But here's the thing, as men, we should run our game, meaning we should treat women pretty much the same way every time. Because the thing with game, the thing with dating, the thing with doing what you do as a man has everything to do with you and not with the woman. You understand? So, for example, if you're an outdoorsy type of guy and you love to go hiking and mountain climbing and you love to walk through the park and you love to do all of that type of stuff, you love to walk or you love to jog, you love to hike, invite women on those type of activities because that's who you are and that's what you do. So if a guy is outdoorsy but he believes in sexual market value in a scale of 1 to 10, if a chick is like a 5 or a 6, he'll be like, yo, come walking with me, come take a jog with me. You understand? You could probably stand to lose a couple pounds anyway in his mind, and then he'll take her on the hike. Right? The girl that's an 8 or a 9, he'll be like, oh, well, I gotta switch it up. I can't take her hiking. She's so beautiful. She doesn't want to go hiking. She's gonna want to go to a restaurant or something. She's gonna want to be taken out to a really nice place. So let me switch up and let me put on a suit and tie, and let me bring her flowers, and let me do all of this. And see, the thing is that as a man, you should say to yourself, look, I am who I am. I understand my masculine identity. Masculineidentity.com. Go to masculineidentity.com if you want to know more about these type of things. But he should say to himself, I know who I am. I know my masculine identity, and I'm outdoorsy. You understand? Maybe further on down the line, if the relationship picks up, if we start to get to know each other and everything is cool and we're compatible, maybe we could, go to a nice restaurant at some point. But I want her to get to know the real me, and the real me, no matter how she looks, no matter what scale of 1 to 10 she's at, I need her to know the real me. So we're gonna go hiking. And if she doesn't want to go hiking, then so be it. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, guys switch up their game. And another thing that's important about switching up their game is because when you switch your game up, when you change from doing things that you would usually do for yourself, you put yourself in an environment where you're not actually comfortable. And the woman can sense that. So when you switch your game up, you're actually behaving uncomfortably. You put yourself in an environment that you're not used to. So then she starts to see inconsistencies in your character, and you don't want that to happen. You understand? So when it's a girl that you really, really like, and then you put yourself in this situation that you don't really like and that you're not really comfortable with, and you're trying to do things because you think she's so pretty and you really, really like her, or, you like her, but you're really just infatuated. Like, she can see through the facade. She can see that you're not comfortable at this nice restaurant. Right? She can see that, there's something about the way that your body language or the way that you carry yourself where she could tell this guy seems like he's more outdoorsy. He seems like he would rather be outside in the wilderness doing something. Why are we here at this restaurant if that's not what he really wants to do? You get what I'm saying? So she'll notice those inconsistencies. She'll notice the inauthentic manner with which you carry yourself, and then that will turn her off. In a lot of cases, that'll turn her off. So she'll probably let you take her out on a couple of dates or whatever, but then ultimately the situation will fizzle out because she realized that you're not who you say you are. So the fourth reason why you can't keep girls that you really, really like is you give off boyfriend energy way too early, right? So a lot of guys, they'll see a girl on Tuesday, and then because they're so attracted or smitten or infatuated, they'll want to see her again on Wednesday. And then they want to see her again on Thursday and Friday. And then within 1 week, they've already seen her 3-4 times. That's like boyfriend stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they'll want to spend the night. That's boyfriend stuff. Like to fall asleep in front of somebody for 6 hours, that's not safe. You understand? Somebody that you don't really know like that, you just met them this week, or you just met them in the last 2 weeks or whatever. You don't want to sleep for 6 to 8 hours in front of somebody like that, right? Because you don't really know that person. You don't really know what could happen if you're unconscious around this person. You understand? But spending the night, seeing them, multiple times a week, or seeing them so much, because remember, you just met that person. And before you met them, you had a life, right? You had things that you had to do. You had a schedule. You had priorities. So how come all of a sudden you're able to just see them every day just like that? It doesn't make sense. And a lot of times women will look at that and they'll realize, well, what's up with this guy? Like, doesn't he have a life? And why is he all up under me? Why does he want to hang with me so much? And another aspect, there's a lot of insecurity to that, because a lot of guys, the reason why they do stuff like that is because they're so infatuated, right? They're so enthralled by her physical beauty. They're saying to themselves, well, I want to see her every day because I don't want to give her a chance to go holler at that other dude that she might have been talking to before she met me, or I don't want to give her, because she's so beautiful, I'm sure that other guys are going to be in her DMs, and I want to keep tabs on her, and I want to see her every day because I don't want to give her a chance to meet anybody else, and because I don't want her to leave me. You understand what I'm saying? And that's that neediness. That's that boyfriend energy. That's that desperation that she'll smell on you, and it won't work out. So you can't give boyfriend energy too early. You can't give a woman more than she deserves at a certain time. And this has to do with the vetting process, which leads me to my fifth reason. So the fifth reason why you can't keep girls that you really like is because the timeline of how you set your program with this woman doesn't allow for proper vetting, and your time and energy and attention becomes less valuable. So it's like the law of business, right? If you have a high supply of a certain product, you have less demand. But when you have a lower supply of a certain product, there's more demand, right? So if you give all your time to this woman that you just met just because you think she's pretty and you're infatuated with her beauty, you are making your time less valuable because you're giving too much time to her too fast. You understand? So you have to be careful. If you schedule things out, like you say, all right, let's hang out once a week, 3 times a month, something like that, where you space it out, you give things a chance to breathe. What you're doing is you're creating a little bit of scarcity. And so if she's into you, if she likes you as well, and if she has a certain level of interest, she'll say to herself, wow, the last time we hung out, I had a good time, and we're not gonna see each other for a week. I kind of miss him. I can't wait to see him again. You understand? And there's a lot of other rules that need to be discussed too, as far as how much to talk and text in between the time that you see each other. There's a lot more detail about the vetting process and certain other ways that you should set your game to make sure you make your time and attention as valuable as it can possibly be, especially with a woman that you really like and a woman that's actually feeling you back. And you can learn more about that at badboymembership.com. Go to badboymembership.com and you can learn some more about that. All right. So it's your boy, My Cunningham. I really appreciate you. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you're having a great day. Be good to yourself. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.